Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jeremy, and we are Sparka Youth.
So we're going to be continuing our series on Joel Holmes' Fall of 52. And before we get into this week's lesson, let's talk about the challenge. So let's look at last week's challenge. Last week, your challenge was to give quietly, selflessly, and anonymously with gratitude. So Jeremy, what did you do for your challenge?
So for my challenge, there was this messy room in school. And in that messy room, what happened was I decided to clean it up without anybody knowing. And then I gave thanks to God because that gave me service and also that let me show my love for God, even though it was very secret.
That's pretty great. For me, what I did was my friend needed help studying for Chinese, so I offered to give him my help. And instead of focusing on myself, I decided that I was doing it because of God. So now let's talk about this week's topic, which is to use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourselves. Of course, there's also a verse to come with this, which is Luke 16:9. Luke 16:9 says, I tell you, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourselves, so that when it is gone, you'll be welcomed into eternal dwellings. This can be kind of a strange command, because Jesus is telling a parable about a manager who is afraid that he'll lose his belongings. So instead of investing in physical things, he invests in his friends, because he knows that even if he gets fired from his job, his friends are secure and will take care of him afterwards.
So Christ's followers should be the wisest people to spend money. This is because you want to spend money in eternity, not in the world. An example of this is to give money to your church so that they could have missions or that they could have outreaches. And then that way you help fund to help save people. And when you save people, you bring them into eternity.
This parable of command teaches a valuable lesson because money is a really important resource. But more than that, it also helps to build relationships. You aren't buying friendship from someone necessarily, but you're using money so that you can help them and show them their love for Christ. And of course, we also have a few additional verses for study to go with our topic.
Our first additional verse is Acts 4:34. That there were no needy persons among them. From time to time, those who owned land or houses sold them, brought the money from the sales.
The next verse is Psalm 37:16 through 17. Better the little that the righteous have than the wealth of many wicked. For the power of the wicked will be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous.
An additional verse that we have is Deuteronomy 15:7. If anyone is poor among your fellow Israelites in any of the towns of the land, the Lord your God is giving you, do not be hard-hearted or tight-listed towards them.
And lastly, we have Proverbs 13:11. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow.
So, this week's challenge is to make a financial investment for the purpose of reaching people with the gospel. You may want to stretch your weekly income if you have one by donating a little more than you sometimes feel comfortable with. And that way it'll show you to connect you with God.
So whatever you do, make sure you send us how you did your challenge at Sparka Youth on Instagram, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.